Hi everyone, today I'm going to do my everyday makeup routine. I'm going to first start off with some wipes. That's what I usually do, even if I've had a shower, because sometimes because I use waterproof mascara, it just comes down underneath here and stays there for a while. So I'm using these Skin Deep Cleansing Face Wipes, and these are like 75p from Body Care, and these are really good. I love these. It says daily deep cleansing helps prevent spots. I think it's more for like an oily skin, but mine's combination, so you can use either. So I just sweep this across my face. Making sure I get... Also, you can use these at night as well, because once I use these at night, even if after you cleansed and toned and everything like that, they make your skin really nice and soft and fresh in the morning. That's what I love about them. Good for getting off waterproof mascara as well. Really concentrate on underneath the eye because it's hard to get off. Right, so once I've done that and cleansed my face, you can go right down to your neck. I then keep this because sometimes, you know, on the end of your eyeliner, if you're using gel eyeliner, I just dab it in here and just kind of swirl it around so a lot of the excesses come off. I'm not sure if you meant to do that, but that's what I do. It's only like giving it a wash, I think. It just makes it a bit fresher. And I also keep it for once you put your foundation on, I just put it through my hands a bit. And it's quite wet on your face, so I let it dry off a bit. And then I use this moisturiser I got about a month ago, and I researched it online because I wanted to know what's the best moisturiser for your skin. Now I wanted an SPF in my moisturiser, and I also wanted it to be like when I put on a moisturiser, I like to feel that it's on there, because I tried one of the primers, I think it was a Nivea primer, and it was quite tacky, and it felt like there was nothing on your skin. It was really nice. But you had to wait a while before you put your foundation on, because if you rubbed it in whilst that was still like wet and tacky, you'd get all these like skin kind of things here, but it was just the moisturiser coming off in your foundation, so you had to wait quite a while. This one you don't. It's from the Body Shop, and it looks like this. It's only tiny. On the picture it looks massive, and I should have had a look. It says 50 mils, vitamin C daily moisturiser, SPF 30, with vitamin C rich Amazonian camu and community trade sesame seed oil. And it says dull skin up here, and hydrant quotidian. I don't know what that means. Oh, unless that's a different language. Yeah, so basically this is really good for dry skin. I have combination skin, so it gets oily around my nose and sometimes my forehead and my chin. Now I would not recommend this for oily skin, because sometimes during the day I can find it gets oily here and all on my nose. So I try to avoid it, but I do like to put a tiny bit on my nose, just because it does get kind of dry sometimes. So I only put, that's too much that I put on there. But I'm just going to rub that in between my hands and just put it on. It's very white, so you can tell where you put it. And put it all over my lips and everything. I start from the centre and work my way out. It's really nice. It smells like oranges. It's quite a thick moisturiser, but then it's a bit like putting suntan lotion, isn't it? We've got an SPF 30, which I think is really good. I think I'm going to take one on holiday with me when I go to Turkey in June, just to keep on applying on my face. And I'm not going to wear any makeup, I'm just going to put this on, because it's really nice. So once that's all rubbed in, I then go on with my foundation. And also, I keep on forgetting to use this, it's Revlon Photo Ready Primer. If I was like going out on a night out or something, I knew there was going to be photos taken, I'd probably use this, but I'm not going to today. So I use Max Factor Experience Weightless Foundation SPF 10. that looks like this, and it's called Dark Gypsum 80. I also use, in the summer, I don't know where it's gone now, I use a slightly darker one, and I've completely forgotten what that's called now. Deep Sandstone, that's what it's called. And then for my birthday, which has just been, I mixed the two together and it looked quite nice. It's a lot darker than this. Well, it's like a shade darker. And I'm actually running out of this, so I need a bit more. I only put a tiny bit. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand because I'm going to use one of these Samantha Chapman brushes. It's the stippling brush for foundation. This foundation can either be put on with your fingertips or with this stippling brush, which I think is really good. You just kind of blend it into your skin. I'm just going to dab bits on around my face. And then I'll try and start from the centre and work my way out. Sometimes it's a bit hard to do that. It's really good for around your nose, the stippling brush as well, because it makes sure you don't get any. Sometimes when you apply it with your hand, you get this funny line down your nose that it never really gets into your creases. It just feels so nice on your face, and I've wanted this brush for so long. When I got it, like, it was really good. It makes your foundation look really flawless. And it's quite easy to use if people aren't sure about brushes. Like, I have this foundation brush, the Bobbi Brown one, and it's a flat one, and this one kind of like, it's better for like very liquid foundations that you can just apply like that. But this is a buffing brush, which means you just have to like buff it in to your skin. Also, the moisturiser I've used underneath gives a quite kind of like radiant glow almost. The foundation is a bit like that as well. It's good for combination skin. Sometimes the greasiness I find around my nose could be to do with the foundation and the combination of the moisturiser, so it just depends what your skin's like. And then I use, it's all come off now, Collection 2000, I think that's called, Medium 3. This concealer. I love this concealer. This is probably like a shade too light for me, but I like it. I like the Kim Kardashian has like really light down here, and that's how I like it. So I just pop some like dots in a triangle, concentrating on the darkest bits under my eye like that, and then I go kind of down to the nose, and I'll just stipple that on. Now you have to really be quick with this because it dries quite quickly. So then I get another Samantha Chapman brush, which is also amazing. This is the Deluxe Crease brush, and I also wanted this for such a long time, and it's been used and used and used, this brush. I love it. It blends your concealer in really well. So then I just go down like this. I blend it all in first, like that, and then I take it up around my eyelid and down underneath, and then to the crease in my nose, underneath. I'm just moving it around in circular motions, being careful not to poke myself in the eye. There we go, so that's all blended in now, and you can tell that it's very much blended in compared to the start, and all my dark shadows have gone. Like, I love it. It's just one of the best concealers that I've had. The only problem with it is it gets quite cakey. You can tell that you've got makeup on because it's very, very cakey underneath sometimes, but I don't really mind it that much. So the next thing I do is my eyes, and I actually bought this one that I'm using quite a lot now. It's L'Oreal Paris Colour Appeal, and it looks like this, and it's Ombre Effect Metal Lame. What it's called, 168. And it looks like this. It's like quite a dark bronzy gold kind of colour. It's really, really pretty, and I actually bought this from a car boot sale for £2. I could have probably knocked him down £1, but I couldn't be bothered, so I just got this. So I'm going to be using that, and I'm going to be using this Bobbi Brown palette, which I got for Christmas from my boyfriend. And this is Nude on Nude Eye Palette, it's called. And you've got 4 eyeshadows. I'll show you the 4. They are amazing. I love these. This is kind of like the teddy bear one of the Clinique eye palette with 4 in. The dark one is good for like lining your eye, which is this one here. It's really nice, but I'm going to be using this one here just to cover my whole eyelid. So I'm going to get an eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to use this one, which is from Boots. Just looks like this. So I'm going to pop that in there. And then I'm just going to put it all over my eyelid. It's quite a dark colour, so if you were pale skinned, then it would show up quite a lot. You could use like a lighter brown and then use this to contour. It's very nice. It's got quite a velvety effect on your eye. Okay, so once that's done, I'm then going to move on, and I'm going to use a different brush if I can find it. Okay, so next I'm going to put this in my crease line. I'm going to use another Samantha Chapman brush, and this is the base shadow brush, but I'm going to use it for doing in the crease. So I'm just going to use this, which is the L'Oreal 168. Going to move that around. You don't need that much on. Tap a bit off, the excess off. So I'm just going to start here and then just work my way in. I want this bit to be the darkest, so I'm just applying it a lot more here. And it gives a great kind of like a shadow effect underneath your eye. It's really nice. And then I'm going to do the same with the other eye. Concentrating on the outside first. Working it down. I think these two eyeshadows go really well together. They blend really nicely into each other, which I like. So then it looks like this, and it's created quite a nice subtle smoky eye that you can wear during the day because it's not really dark. And in fact you can wear it at night, I think, with like quite a bold lip if you want to. So then I just need to blend that in more, so I'm going to use the flat eyeshadow brush again, which I have now misplaced. In fact, no, I'm going to use this MAC one. I'm not sure what the name is of it, but it's quite a big kind of eyeshadow brush. So I'm just going to blend that in, just the ends of the line, just so it doesn't look too harsh. I'm just going to blend it all in together. go. It's quite pretty now. If you can see that, you can see like this sparkly shimmer. Now, next I'm going to do my eyeliner. Sometimes I use this during the day and sometimes I don't, but today I'm going to use it. So as you saw earlier, I got the old wipe, and I just like pushed it around just to get all the excess off. And I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown gel eyeliner in black ink. Now I know that there's a dupe for this, which is the Maybelline one, and I still haven't got a chance to use it yet. I've heard so many good things that it's just like a copy of this, so I'm still using this at the moment. They do last such a long time. So just swirl this around in this. Again, this is a Samantha Chapman brush, Pixel Point eyeliner brush. It's really good. It's quite a big one, but you can get a lot of different lines on it. You can get thick ones, thin ones. You just have to play around with it, really. And Samantha Chapman, if you don't already know, I'm sure if you're watching this video, you probably will do. It's the Pixie Woo girls, and one of them is Samantha Chapman, and she's released these brushes. They're $21.99, I think, in Boots for there's two like brushes that come in packs, and this is what they look like. Real Technique brushes, and they come in this kind of like black case here, and they stand up, and this is the sign for it here. Real Techniques, and this case is really good because you can stand them up, and you can put all your brushes in here, and they're really nice. So I definitely invest in some of these brushes because they make your makeup go on really, really well, even if you're not that great at applying makeup. So I'm going to do this eyeliner, so I'll just turn my laptop around so you can see me do it. Right, I know you're not meant to pull, but I just kind of lightly do this. I start at the end and then work my way in. Not doing any kind of flicks at the moment, and I just go just to the start of your pupil here. Well, not the start, I guess the start of this side. I go to the inner edge of the pupil, so then I'll just do the other. Kind of like that, if you can see that. I haven't gone all the way in yet. So, I'm going to blend that together. I'm going to go underneath and then link the two up, and this is where I create my flick. You can do it any way you want, really. I just kind of, it's a bit hit and miss for me doing a flick. I try to make them equal. It doesn't always happen. Basically, I draw underneath, flick it up a tiny bit, and then just join it together with the top line. It's good to keep on checking where you've positioned it as well in the mirror. Okay, these aren't like the most accurate flicks, but they'll do. Okay, so one kind of goes up a bit more than the other, but I really like it. I like the blackness of this eyeliner. There we go. And then I'm not going to go all the way in, I'm just going to lightly, if you can see there, I've just kind of joined it up to my actual lash line. And then to make it black, like a lot black at the top, I'm just going to sweep this across underneath my lashes. I think this is really a really good technique for if you aren't wearing any eyeliner at all and you just want it a bit black at your lash line. This is really good just to sweep it underneath. When I saw people doing this first, I was like, oh, how am I going to do that? But it doesn't hurt or tickle that much. You try and get it as close as you can to the lash line. That's it. So then if you remember to just wipe it off again. Okay, so now I've done that, and you can see it makes your eyes really stand out a lot. So now I'm going to do my mascara, and this is Maybelline New York, the Falsies Volume Express, and I've got the waterproof one. I was using just the normal one before, and I actually prefer that one to the waterproof one. This one kind of falls off sometimes. It comes off onto like underneath here. I do night shifts, and sometimes I put like a bit of foundation on and then a bit of mascara, and through the night it just falls off, falls right down here. It's okay, it's not the best. Like, I know a lot of beauty gurus rave about this stuff, but it's good. I think it's better now I've started using curlers with this. I'm using these Mr. Mascara curlers. You can use any ones you want. I like to curl it at the bottom first, and then the middle of the eyelashes, and then the ends. My eyelashes are pretty much non-existent. I have no curl, they're really short, and they just go straight forwards. So when I always wear fake eyelashes if I'm going out on a night out or anything, just because they open up your eyes quite a lot. So I've curled my eyelashes as much as I can that I can do with short eyelashes, and I'm just going to apply this mascara. Okay, it's also got kind of like a bendy thing here. The brush is nice, and I've recently just bent it because it's a lot easier to put on when it's bended. Actually, just put a tiny bit on there, but it doesn't matter. So once the mascara's on, I hope you can tell the difference between me without mascara on, me with. The eyeliner really makes a difference for me though, because my eyelashes aren't great, so. I'm just going to apply a tiny bit to my bottom lashes. And then my eyes are done with how I want them. The next thing I'm going to do is use this Benefit Powder Wowzer. It looks like this. I got it for Christmas. Just a few Christmases, last Christmas. And it has 2 blushes in it and a bronzer. And as you can see, my favourite blusher is this coral one here. I don't even know what it's called. Coralista, I'm assuming it's called. I like to put that on during the day. The other one is very, very pink. It's nice, and you'd think because I have slightly dark skin I'd use it, but it just looks a bit too. It's like when I wear a red lip. If somebody who's quite pale wears a red lip, I think they look very classic and really sophisticated. But when I wear a bright red lip, it looks very, very dressed up, very. I don't know how to say it. I look like I'm going out for a night out. I couldn't just wear it in the daytime, and I'd like to. So I'm going to put this on with this brush. However, I might use, I'm going to put a bit of bronzer on first. Now, I've lost all my brushes over here. I'm going to use, just to put the bronzer on, this brush here, which is just a Boots Own brush. Now, I have a couple of bronzers that I use. I use this MAC one, Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. I really like this one. I use this one pretty much every day at one point. It's very powdery though. But I think today I'm going to use this one, the bronzer in the Powder Wowzer. And this is Hoola Bronzing Powder, and I think it suits pretty much like anyone. Just swirl it around. I just put a very, very faint one on, just up here, just on the jawline. Just taking it up to the temples. You can see that, you can just about see that I've got some on. Obviously, if you have paler skin, You probably don't need to use as much as I'm using, but it doesn't show up as well as the MAC one, but that's okay. And just a bit down my nose, my temples here and on my chin. And then, once I've done that, if you can see, it just kind of contours my face a bit. I've got quite a round face. Next, I'm going to use a Real Techniques brush by Samantha Chapman again, and this is the blush brush. I love this brush. I've just got it 2 days ago and I haven't stopped using it since. So I'm going to use the coral. I'm just going to pop a brush in the coral. And I'm just putting it on the apples of my cheeks. This coral has got a lot of glitter in it. Well, not a lot, it's just got some glitter in it. So it's almost like a highlighter as well, I think. You can see there, but you can't tell any difference whatsoever. But I have actually got a bit on. I think with this everyday look, it's important not to overdo it with the blusher and everything else. I think I probably for every day I probably overdo it a tiny bit with the eyes. I think that's just because I'm creating like a very smoky eye, but I think it's okay. You can't really tell that it's like really, really smoky. So next I'm going to use a lip gloss, and I'll show you what I do with my lips. So I don't really do much with my lips. I have about 1 million lip glosses that I take around with me, and lipsticks and the Revlon butters, but recently my friend Ellie, she bought me a present from the Philosophy range, and I got a shower gel, hair wash and everything all combined, and it's called Vanilla Birthday Cake, and the shower gel is also that. And this lip gloss is amazing. This is Philosophy Sweet Kisses Are the Best Treat, and it looks like this. It is so yummy and really glossy. So on the night out I put a really bright bold lip on and just put a spot of this on in the centre. But today I'm just going to have it on all over my lip because it's clear with some sheer glitter. So once I put it on, it just looks like this, and it tastes really good. It tastes really sweet. So that's it. That's everything now. That is my everyday makeup routine, what I'm using at the moment. So if anyone else would like to post a comment about any of the products that I've used, please post them below. And thank you for watching. Bye.